Hi, Mom. I have been thinking about what to say for your birthday, and a few things came to my mind. Um, One is I was just thinking about how you were when I was little, growing up on Wamisit Road. And I always think of you as just a really steady, resilient, strong, positive force in my life. I think I had a childhood where I felt total confidence that everything was going to be okay. And I think that was because you were always on top of it and in charge and had a positive view of the future. And one thing that I always, for some reason, a little story that came into my mind was we had a little back bathroom on the first floor of the house on Wamisit Road, and it overlooked the backyard. There was a sort of a high up window, and it overlooked the backyard, and we had a big tree back there. But when I got to be about 12 or 13, there was no curtain, and I got to thinking, I bet you somebody could look in that window. And I thought about it, and I said it to you. What do you think? Do you think we should cover up that window? Because I think somebody could peek in at us sometime. And you said, I think that if somebody wanted to see me pee badly enough to climb up in that window, they would really deserve to see me. And for some reason, that just kind of summed you up to me. You just had like a very good attitude about those sort of things. And then the two other things that I remember, one was not that long ago, probably 10 years ago, when I got and it was certainly not the only time that I got into a pickle of my finances, and Rafer and I were stressed out about money, and I was feeling so desperate and worried. And I called you up, and like you did every time, you bailed me out without making me feel bad about myself. I don't think you ever brought it up again or made me feel like I owed you or like I'd messed up. And I just think that's really generous. I don't think very many people are that generous, even with their families. And it meant a ton to me. And then the third thing is, and I'm sure I've said this story to you before, but was when William was tiny. And I was so tired, and you came to stay with us for a period of time. And I had two friends over, and I just had no idea how to balance making dinner and hanging out with my friends and taking care of that baby. And William was so fussy, and you took William into the bedroom in the rocking chair, and you wrapped him up real tight. He was just a tiny little guy, and you sat in there rocking William for like 3 hours, I think, while I visited with my friends. And I don't know, it was just a real act of love that meant a lot to me. And of course, these are just three among hundreds and hundreds of things like them, but they're just three things that really exemplified the kind of mother and person that you are. And so I just want to say happy birthday. I count myself so lucky that you're my mom, and you have been a model of strength and positivity and resilience and caring for my whole life. I love you. Happy birthday.